guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be my 2013 beauty favorites. I also have some other random not beauty favorite. Well, I think I only have one. So, okay, let's just say 2013 beauty favorites. Anyway, so this is probably going to take a long time, so let's just get started right away. First, I'm going to start with my favorite foundations of the year. I'm calling these my favorite because they're two that I discovered this year and I loved them both. And the first one is the L'Oreal True Match foundation. This is an awesome everyday foundation. It's like a natural finish, not a matte, not a like a... I would say it is like a satin finish. It's not like a dewy, it's like somewhere in between matte and dewy. And it is like a super blendable makeup. It is awesome. They have 8,000 million shades for you to choose from. Like, you will absolutely find a shade that matches you in this foundation. It gives a nice amount of coverage. You can definitely build it up to be full, but you can wear just a light layer of it to make it more of a natural finish. So I do really love this, and you can get it at the drugstore for a pretty reasonable price. So this was one of my favorite foundations of the year. Another foundation that I discovered this year and absolutely loved was the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. This is more of a matte, long wearing finish, and it has a little bit more coverage than the True Match, but I wouldn't say this is full coverage. I think it would be like a high medium coverage, but definitely not full. I definitely always have to use concealer with this. It's not as full coverage as, say, the Revlon Color Stay, but it is a good coverage. It does last a pretty long time, and it looks beautiful on the skin like this, and it's super blendable. It is a long wearing foundation, but most long wearing foundations are kind of hard to blend because they're thick. This is a really nice consistency and doesn't dry as quickly, so you have a little more time to work with it. This is also at the drugstore and a pretty reasonable price, so this was definitely one of my favorites because of all of those things I just mentioned. Moving on to some concealers, I'm almost positive you guys can guess the two I picked, and the first one is MAC Pro Longwear. Obviously this is like everybody's favorite, but rightfully so because it is an amazing concealer. It is a great coverage. It's so easy to blend. It's MAC, so they have a wide range of shades of it, and it's just, it doesn't crease under the eye on me. I know some people have said that it creases on them, but I haven't had that problem. But I just love it. It is just awesome. It gives you right now it's not as brightening as when I bought it because I bought it in the summer and I was more tan, but under the eye it really brightens it up if you get a shade or two lighter. I also got this, I'm usually an NC 25-30 in MAC foundations, but I got an NW20 because you're supposed to go with like the opposite tone of your skin. Like, I'm a cool tone, but I went with a warm tone concealer because it will really brighten up the under eye, and it definitely does that. It's so blendable, so amazing, and you get quite a lot of product in here. Like, I've had this for like 6 months and it's still like half full. It's amazing. Definitely try it out. And the other concealer I have to show you is the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer. I would say this is kind of, I don't want to say the drugstore equivalent, but I almost want to say, because I like it as much as the MAC Pro Longwear. It also gives a great coverage. It has a doe foot applicator, so it's really nice to apply just like in, I don't know, you could use it on blemishes or under the eyes. It's just like a nice way to apply it. They also have a lot of shades of it. It's only like $5 or something crazy, and it's an amazing concealer. It's really blendable, great coverage, just all around awesome. Another kind of foundation-y product I have that I discovered this year was the Garnier BB cream for combination to oily skin. This is in the shade light medium, and this is by far the best BB cream I've ever tried. I don't generally like BB creams because I think it's just like a glorified tinted moisturizer, and I look for more coverage even on like light days. I like whatever I put on my face to actually cover what I'm trying to cover. But I've been using this mostly for days that I go to school, and it's just awesome. Like, it doesn't wear off as fast as other tinted moisturizers or BB creams. It's a really nice and blendable. It really matches my skin well. I know people complain a lot about BB creams that they don't match your skin as well, but this one definitely matches me. It's really nice to blend in. It feels nice on the skin. You're gonna have to set it with powder because it is quite shiny because it's a BB cream, but I really like it, and what I also want to say about this is you have to get the combination to oily skin formula, because the regular one is like such a bummer. Like the normal to dry skin formula is terrible. It has no coverage. It is like a thick cream. It's just disgusting. Don't ever try that one. Try this one. Even if you do have dry skin, it's still moisturizing. So definitely get this one. And for my powder favorites this year, my #1 favorite has been the Ben Nye translucent face powder. I think this is in Fair. It's in a toothpick container because me and my cousin bought a big one at IMATS and we just figured we'd share it. So she has like the actual bottle, and we just put like half of it in here. And honestly, I've had this since I think March, and like that's all I've used, and I use this like more than any other powder I own. So that's like awesome. You really need a tiny bit. My favorite way to apply it is with the beauty blender, because it really just melts into the skin. It's a really fine milled powder, so it just looks gorgeous on the skin. It doesn't look too powdery, and you can definitely use this to set your under eye concealer, which is my favorite use for it, but I do set the rest of my face with it too, because I usually have concealer on the rest of my face anyway. But this is definitely an awesome powder. Ben Nye stuff is pretty reasonably priced, and you get a lot of product for your money, so definitely give that a try. My other favorite powder, this is more of my favorite powder foundation, and it's always been my favorite powder foundation, is the MAC Studio Fix Plus Foundation Powder, I think it's called. I don't know, it's just a Studio Fix powder, and my shade is NW30. This is pretty dark for me right now, but I still wear it because whatever, I can be a little orange. I actually don't mind that, but it's just really, it feels like almost buttery. Like it's a very nice powder, and it has a great amount of coverage. I wouldn't use this to like set my under eye concealer, but I do sometimes use it to set my foundation because it gives like an extra little boost of coverage on those days that I want it. But otherwise, like if I just put concealer on and then put this, like wear this as my foundation, it looks awesome. You do sometimes, it can look a little powdery, so I just spray some Fix Plus over it, but it is a great powder. I usually keep this in my purse because when my makeup wears off, I like to kind of retouch it with this because it adds that coverage that I lost. My favorite eyeshadow / concealer primer this year has been the Stay Don't Stray from Benefit. For most of the year, I had just a little sample size, but I've since bought the full size because I really, really like it. It has kind of a tint to it. I'll show you. It has somewhat of a tint to it, so it really like cancels out the veins on your lid and under your eye. It actually adds like a little, like if you're using it as a concealer primer, it adds a little coverage. So if you have a concealer, say you don't really like, or if you don't need that much coverage under your eyes, you could just use this as a concealer alone. But as a concealer primer, it definitely helps the longevity of your concealer. And same for eyeshadow wear, it really is just a really great primer, and it's like dual purpose, so that's why I like it. Moving on to my favorite cheek products of the year, we have to give it up to my favorite bronzer. I mean, I have two bronzers, but this one, I gotta give it up because I loved it all year long, and that's the NYX Smooth Skin Sunny Bronzer. I hit major pan on this stuff. It's just it's like $2 or $3, and honestly, it is one of the best bronzers, not even just at the drugstore, like of all time. It's so smooth, it's completely matte, it's really nice and blendable. It's a great shade also. It's not too dark but not too light. A lot of skin tones can use this, and it's just awesome. It's only $3. Even if you hate it, who cares, but you're gonna love it anyway, so definitely try this out. I got this pretty late into the year, but I've loved it ever since I got it, and that is the Hoola bronzer by Benefit. It's kind of the higher end version of the Sunny bronzer by NYX, but it's kind of a different tone. That one's a little more orangey but doesn't come off orangey on the skin. This is more, it's kind of has more of a yellow tone, I would say, but it's so super blendable, and you'd think that this would maybe be a little too light to contour, but when you put it on the skin, it's actually pretty dark. Like you could either build it up to be dark or like wear it all over the face and it looks like a nice little bronzing, you know, extra thing. But this stuff is awesome. It is a little pricey, but I'm sure I'm not going to use this up anytime soon. So, love this stuff. As for my two favorite blushes, #1 of the whole year, I have to give it up. These Milani baked blushes are awesome. Specifically, Luminoso is this is probably my favorite blush of all time. It's just a beautiful coral shade with like a gold sheen, and it just blends so nicely. Like the other Milani baked blushes, they kind of have like chunky glitter in them, which I don't mind. I still like those too, but this one's my favorite because it's kind of more, it's a very fine shimmer in it, so it just looks like a beautiful glow on the cheeks, and it blends so nicely. It's just, ooh, this is just an awesome blush. And then another blush that I got, well, another product I got more later into the year was the Benefit Rockateur blush, but ooh, this is just gorgeous. It's like a beautiful rose gold color. This is definitely my favorite for like the colder months, as opposed to I like to wear Luminoso more when it's warmer out, when I got more like sun on my face. But this is amazing. It smells like somebody's grandma, but I don't know why I like that smell, but I do. But it's just an amazing blush. But ugh, oh my god, it's a beautiful color, and it also has like that fine sheen like the Luminoso has. I think those are my favorite blushes that don't have glitter but have like a nice sheen to your cheeks. Ooh, and my favorite highlighter of the year has to be the Benefit What's Up. I've used this the most the whole year, and it's just gorgeous. It's like more of a, it's like a champagne highlight. It's like a little more pink than it's like a pinky gold, so I would call that a champagne. And it's just, the way you apply it is just so nice. It's like a nice cream, but not like a liquid. Like, it feels just good on the skin, and you can apply this over powders and not worry about, like, because I know people don't like to put creams on powders, but this you can and not worry about it, because I don't want to put my highlight and then put powder over it. I like to do my powder and then my cheek products, so I like that I can do that with this, and it just looks gorgeous. Like, this is the kind of thing that you like catch yourself in the mirror and you're like, ooh, I look like a fairy just kissed my cheeks. But this is awesome. You guys definitely need to try it out. Or if you're a VIB, or not a VIB, like a beauty insider at Sephora, you get this as your birthday present along with their real mascara, and ooh, you definitely need to go pick up your birthday present because you need this in your life. Okay, favorite brow product of the year has to go to the Milani Brow Fix Brow Kit. I'm now using some Anastasia products and a Jordana pencil, but I used this most of the year, hit major pan on it, and I loved it every second that I used it. I mean, I'm trying to just like try those other products out now because I'm trying to switch it up, but I did love this the entire year, and it's only like $8, and you get 2 shades of powder and a highlight shade and like a little angled brush, a little sponge tip applicator, and a little mini tweezer in it. It's just such a great deal, and they're awesome powders. As opposed to like the Anastasia powders that are like $20-something just for a little tiny powder. I mean, those are good powders, but you could get this for $8. So give it up to Milani. And my favorite brow gel was the Chella Brow Gel that I got in one of my glam bags. So, I mean, give it up. I don't really know. It just keeps your brows in place. That's all you can ask for. I also really got into lashes this year. My 2 favorites, one of them I have on right now, and these are the Creme 747Ls. And then my other favorite pair are the Miss Adoro 43s. These are nice and flared out and thick and long. They're just like the ultimate glam lashes. I love these. I get all my lashes from loveeyelashes.com. I will link that down below because they're so cheap. They're like $1.50 each or something like that. I mean, the different brands range in prices, but they're so affordable. And I think after you spend like $25, it's free shipping. And I always do because you gotta have my lashes. Okay, my favorite mascaras of the year. You guys are probably gonna guess this. Number 1 goes to Jordana Best Lash Extreme. This is just an amazing mascara, especially for the price. It's only $3, and it is lengthening, volumizing. You only need 1 coat. This stuff is awesome. And then for a more high-end mascara, I have the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Tried this out when I got it with my my Too Faced palette that I got. It came with a mini one, and I had to buy the full size because I fell in love with it. This also has, it has like a curved brush, which I usually don't like, but it really thickens and lengthens your lashes, and your lashes just look amazing. I don't know how to explain it. They just look amazing. I mean, you guys are all gonna guess this, but eyeliner definitely goes to Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner. It's just amazing. It's black. It never dries out. It's really easy to apply, and I just find that gel liner is my favorite way to apply eyeliner. For some lip products, you guys know my favorite lip gloss are the NYX Butter Glosses. I have my 3 favorite shades here, which are Eclair, which is like a pinky nude, Maple Blondie, which is more of a peachy nude, and then, oh wait, no, this is Creme Brulee, which is like, this is like a basic pink gloss, and then Maple Blondie, which is a very, like a muted peach, because I have Peaches and Cream, and that's a lot brighter than this, but I really love this shade. Another gloss that I loved this year was the Buxom White Russian full-on lip cream or something. I think that's what it's called. But this is a beautiful nude. It's plumping, but it doesn't feel too weird on the lips, like it doesn't burn. It just kind of feels like minty. But it is an amazing gloss. Obviously, my favorite lip liner of the year was Jordana's Tawny. I found that I could use this with any lipstick and it still just defined my lips no matter what color lipstick I put on. It's just a gorgeous like nude color and it's only like $2 or something. It's just an amazing lip liner. It applies really nicely onto the lips. Definitely need to give it a try. And my favorite lipstick of the year has to go to L'Oreal Color Riche Ferris Nude. It's just the perfect nude lipstick. I mean, it's just amazing. It looks kind of brown, but when you put it on the lips, it's just the best nude you will ever find. It doesn't like cancel out your lips and make you look like a ghost. It just nudes them out. I don't know. It just looks amazing. Try it. I also have to give a little mention to the Maybelline Color Sensational Vivids line. I have two shades here. This is Vivid Rose, which is like a nice watermelon shade. And then I have Fuchsia Flash, which is like a hot pink, very reminiscent of like Candy Yum Yum. Just gorgeous. They're so pigmented and so amazing for the price. Favorite eyeshadow palette obviously is the Too Faced A Few of My Favorite Things palette. Oh my god, it just has like, it has 20 whole eyeshadows, full-size eyeshadows, amazing colors, 4 cheap products, came with a lip product and a mascara. It was all around amazing. I have so many tutorials with it, so I will link, I have a playlist of them, so I'll link that down below. It also has a review in that playlist, so you can check that out. Obviously, my favorite tool of the year was the Beauty Blender. I discovered the Beauty Blender this year, and I'm not going back. I swear to God, it is so amazing. Some other eyeshadows that I've loved this year. I've loved my MAC palette that I got for Christmas last year. Let me show you some of my favorite shades. My favorite eyeshadow shades are always the boring ones. But definitely this is Shroom. It's just like the best highlight shade ever. Also, Wedge is just an awesome like transition crease color, a nice medium brown. It's more on the cool tone than Chocolate Milk. I've also loved Wood Winked, which is an awesome gold shade. Ooh, let me get it. There you go. An awesome like metallic gold shade. And I think that's it for this palette. Other ones I've liked, but not like my favorite. Also loved the Z palette. I got to depot 2 full palettes that I had that were taking up so much room in my makeup collection, and the Z palette just came in such handy for getting it all in one place. Now I use them a lot more, and I get to like discover them, because those palettes that were before they were in this, I never used them because I never wanted to pull out the whole huge thing. Some of my favorite shades, this is from Too Faced Enchanted Glamourland palette like so many years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Love these 2 matte brown shades. Those are awesome. This bronzy like taupey shade is awesome. This was Urban Decay's Book of Shadows 5. I love this Sin color, which I think comes in the Naked palette. Just love Z palettes altogether. I need to get another one to put some more shadows in. Another discovery this year that I'm so glad I found was the MAC Fix Plus spray. I've always wanted to try it. I just finally bought it this year, and I use it for everything. I use it to set my face, to make my face look less powdery. I use it to apply shadows wet. It's just awesome. Like to use pigments. This is just great stuff, and it smells amazing. Favorite hair product of the year? Organic coconut oil. I do, you can see it in my hair care routine. I do coconut oil masks, and it makes your hair feel so good. It is amazing. You have to try this stuff. It's only like $6 a jar at Trader Joe's, and you get so many uses out of it. And finally, my 2 favorite scents of the year. For daytime, for a daytime perfume, my favorite was Vera Wang Princess Night. Look at this packaging. It's awesome. It smells very like vanilla, kind of musky. I'm not actually sure. I'm terrible at describing scents, but it just smells amazing. And then for a nighttime scent, my favorite this year was Gucci Guilty. Do not mind all of the disgusting fingerprints on it. Let me actually wipe it off. That's a little better. No, it still looks disgusting. Don't mind all the fingerprints on it, but this was definitely my favorite nighttime perfume of the year. It smells just very sophisticated and like you're a grown-ass woman. but it smells amazing. You only need like 1 spritz of this and you're set because it's very, very, very strong. I don't want to do fashion favorites because I have so many clothes that picking them would be crazy, but my favorite purse of the year, the one I used the most, was definitely this black one. I got it off Hot Look. I think it's the brand... What is the brand? The brand is Moda Luxe. I got it off Hot Look. That's where I get most of my handbags because they're amazingly priced. It has like a whole bunch of different pockets. It has these 2 side pockets that go there. It's got this big front pocket. It's got this little side pocket back here. This is where I like to put my Metro card because it's just easy to get to, like when I'm on the train. And then the bag is huge. I can fit my laptop in it for school. It's got more little pockets in here. It's just an awesome bag. I use it for school mostly, but I mean, when I don't use it for school, I just take my books out and use it as a regular purse. It's black. It matches everything. I only really ever wear gold, so the gold hardware is nice. And yeah, it was amazing. I used it most of the year. Okay guys, I guess that's it for my 2013 favorites. I hope you enjoyed. I will link anything I discussed in the bottom bar. As always, I don't know if you guys know that, but like whenever I do tutorial or mention anything in video, I usually list all the products down below. So make sure you check that out. If you want to learn how to get this look, I'll link that video down below too. I also filmed an eyebrow routine on how I do my brows, so I'll link that down below too. Oh my god, so many videos. But I love you all. Hope you have an amazing 2014. I'm looking forward to it. So I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.